So Ryan Clark was let go by ESPN. By this time, everybody know this, but he responded today. He basically felt like he was not liked throughout the building, specifically upper management. You know what I'm saying? He was just expounding on how Stephen A took him to a dinner in LA last summer and let it be known how one of the bosses up top really wasn't fond of Ryan.
Summer ago, Stephen A sat with me, took me to lunch in Los Angeles. And he told me, he said, you know, there's a particular executive that doesn't like you. Now, let me be honest. I had been hearing this for years.
Bro, Ryan had a weird 2025. Ryan made a bunch of bold takes. You know what I'm saying? He put himself out there. And because of that, a lot of the times, Ryan found himself apologizing. Literally for every stance he took when it came to something controversial or political. We can start with the whole Peter Schrager interaction between him and Peter Schrager on air.
2nd and 11. It was the one target. He runs the out route.
You wake up this morning saying A.J. Brown has had a better day than CeeDee Lamb?
But you know what you wake up saying, though? A.J. Brown's team is 1-0.
Of course.
Right, like that's what
I get it.
But the thing is this, though, and we shouldn't do this on TV. And so I apologize if people think this is rude. That's the non-player.
Oh,
view.
Stop. That CeeDee Lamb is
let me tell you why. I'm not saying
I'm not looking at fantasy football, Ryan. I'm not. Don't belittle me like that. I could come in and say, as 3 ex-players are saying one thing, and give an alternative perspective that maybe CeeDee Lamb did play well.
We get in the break, man, and I walk off, right? Because I'm upset, because I'm knowing what's going to happen, because he said I belittled him and he raised his voice at me, and he's like celebrating the segment, like it's a great segment, but I'm already knowing the person who loves you don't love me, and they make decisions here, and we just had that happen. Yeah. And while he's celebrating, I'm just telling him, like, man, like, don't effing disrespect me like that. Because I'm knowing what's going to happen.
Ryan wasn't even out of line, bro. All he simply said was, bro, this take you got lets it be known you never played. And that's why you have this type of thinking, and that's why you saying what you saying right now. Because you never stepped on the field. But he got offended. He ain't like what Ryan had to say. So now, you know what I'm saying? They at odds. Ryan, here come Ryan. Ryan jumps back on Twitter the next day, apologizes not only to Peter, but to upper management and leadership. All right, you want to walk that back, fine, we get it, Ryan. But me personally, I wouldn't have walked back shit because you didn't say nothing wrong. Buddy never played before, so he don't know what he talking about. So simple and plain, bro. Simple and plain. He ain't disrespect him. You never played, bro. You ain't never put on the cleats. You ain't never put on the helmet and get in the field. You never done that. But Ryan nonetheless apologized. So then we got the situation he had when the whole Kyron Lacey rest in peace incident unfolded. You know what I'm saying?
Kyron Lacey was accused of something and being investigated for something that he didn't do, and he died having to live with the guilt and the consequences of a guilty man knowing he was innocent. It recently was discovered that he was 72 yards away from the crash, that police and state policemen tried to coerce and doctor and use ways to manipulate statements that put this young man behind bars. They changed his joy, they changed his life, and eventually he took his own life. This was supposed to be a career, but at least he was supposed to be here.
The bosses ain't like that. The Twitter people ain't love that either. So they start killing Ryan, vilifying him for it. Race beta. You know what I'm saying? He's racist. He doesn't like whites. Ryan again comes back and apologizes. So we had that situation. Straight too now. Now we go to RG3. We all know how RG3 feel about Caitlin Clark, and we all know the situation and the controversy that was surrounding Caitlin Clark last season. You feel me? RG3 gave a real cringy take about how Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? On camera, and basically laid out from his thought process why he feel like Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. Not in a basketball sense either. He was saying deep-rooted hate. Ryan jumps in, and Ryan makes a rebuttal video.
Both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special.
But anyway, Ryan make that video. Boom, go viral. It is not loved. It was not a good look for Ryan from a standpoint of where he worked. RG3 called for the man to get fired. There was a few people calling for Ryan to get fired, and that wasn't just the first time. Guess what Ryan do? You got it. Ryan jumps online and apologizes to RG3. It's like, bruh, at the end of the day, bruh, if you gonna have a stance, stand on it, bruh. Stay in it. Stop jumping back and forth and coming out and apologizing after, bruh. Because your initial stance was how you truly felt. So you need to leave it like that. That's part of being a man, bruh. Standing up for something no matter who don't like it. That's part of being a man. Ryan walked it back every time. But what it was for, to get in the good graces of his bosses.
I knew, for lack of a better word, I couldn't be too black. What makes me sad is, even in trying to adjust to be at least more of what certain people wanted, they still fired me.
That he never got. See, me personally, I think Ryan was trying to set himself up to be Stephen A 2.0 at ESPN. Once Stephen A was setting himself up for retirement, I think Stephen A was going to put Ryan in place to replace him. Yes, I do believe that. Because just think about it, how it lined up, bro. Ryan been at ESPN since 2015. Guess what? Him and Stephen A wasn't cool when Ryan initially got there, because it was the whole athlete journalist thing.
He said it. Do they have a degree like, they want my job. Do they have a degree like me? Can they articulate like me? And I tweeted him. I said, I have the same degree in mass communications, and I can articulate as well, and my hairline's not pushed back.
Oh, no.
First of all, I don't know who in God's name told him he can articulate himself as well as me. I don't know what you're sniffing. You're in another world, but I won't even go there. My issue with him was when he tried to say that I said that athletes are not educated and they can't articulate themselves. The operative word was some.
So that was the beginning of Ryan and Stephen A's relationship. Obviously, they since made peace with that, and now them boys, they like this, they locked in. So I believe Ryan was being set up, you feel me, to be Stephen A number 2. To replace Stephen A once he left ESPN. But now, that probably will never happen. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A said he wouldn't happen. He about Ryan getting fired. And on top of that, he let it be known to his bosses that he wasn't happy about it.
I'm going to miss him. I am not happy about this decision one bit. The bosses know I'm not happy about this decision. I've made that very, very clear.
But see, this is the thing, bro. Stephen A locked in with his bosses. If Stephen A truly didn't want Ryan gone, he only had to do one thing. And basically that was either you keep Ryan or I go too. That's all he had to do. But we know he wasn't going to do that. You know why? Because at heart, Stephen A is a company man. I'm not going to call Stephen A, you know what I'm saying, the C word. I'm not going to call him that. Because I don't truly believe he that, but I just believe he a company man first before anything. You feel me? So if it's anything that's going to get in the way of his money, he ain't with it. He ain't with it, and he ain't finna risk it. And can one blame him? Who knows? But that's just that. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, but what killed me, bro, Ryan started crying.
And they probably like the way I represent the community. Yeah. I wouldn't change anything.
He started crying. And it was one thing in particular that he said.
All I ever wanted to do was be accepted. You know, and want it. So yeah.
Ryan, my brother, they were never gonna accept you. They were never gonna look at you as they equal, my boy. They wasn't gonna do that. As much as they rock with Stephen A., you think they accept him? No, they tolerate him because of what he brings in. You know what I'm saying? They felt like you wasn't on that level, so they felt like they could they'll be better off without you. Without the headache that you bring with the controversies, you know what I'm saying, that you put yourself out there with and whatnot. That's just what they felt. But you was never gonna be accepted by them, bro. And the sooner you come to grips with that, the better. That's a lesson for everybody, not just Ryan, for everybody, bro. Every black man out there that walk that line every day, that got to worry about getting fired, they got to worry about getting let go, they got to get worried about getting pushed out the door. That's just how it is with us, bro. But at the same time, it's chin up, chest out. Every time. I ain't for one try to tell a man how to feel or how to express his emotions or whatnot. But at the end of the day, bro, we don't bend, we don't break, we don't fold. You feel me? It's chin up, chest out. Take it on the head every single time. At the end of the day, it's just a job. You'll be on somebody else's network by the morning, my boy. You feel me? Because you're too talented at your job anyway. But that's the thing, bro. And that's why that Dame Dash line, when he gave that iconic Breakfast Club interview, it rings so loud now.
Or you're fired. Can somebody tell you you're fired? I honestly don't. Can somebody tell you you're fired? Yes or no? Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. And that's priceless to me.
But I'm here.
That line aged like fine wine, bro. Nobody can tell me that. Nobody can fire me. And that's priceless. It's something about having that freedom, bro, that it'll always reign supreme over security. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have freedom over security because at the end of the day, I can get the security on my own. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is put my head down and grind. That's all you got to do. Never let them know that you dependent on them. You can't never let them know that this is really what you need. You know what I'm saying? Because when you move like that, you always gonna be at their will. Always. You always, even if it's not true, you always gotta give off the demeanor. You don't need this job. Yeah, the job need me more than I need it. That's the mentality you gotta operate with from time to time, bro. Because at the end of the day, if they know you job scary or you job dependent, they gonna treat you like that. Every single time. They most definitely gonna treat you like that. And I just feel like Ryan, he really wanted to be liked around there, bro. Give a damn if you like me or not. I came here to do my job. I ain't come here to make friends. You know what I'm saying? He did all that, bro. And they still fired him. Because he had to set the record on that, set the record straight on that too. Because it was reported initially Ryan was laid off. No, Ryan set the record straight. Ryan said he was fired.
Yeah, so let me put this to bed. I wasn't laid off. I was fired. Right? They're using layoffs as a cover and a camouflage for what they already intended on doing.
Because it was one particular person up top that really did not like Ryan. And basically he was looking for a reason to push him out the door. That's why you gotta tread lightly, bro. It's no in between. You either on this side or you on that side. And by the sides, I mean, you on this side like Stephen A. Stephen A got his bag because Stephen A is a true company man. But consequences come behind that too. Because a lot of people in the black community feel like, Stephen A, boy, you sold out. You ain't really for us. You know what I'm saying? You a company man first. Plenty of players done voiced that about Stephen A, mainly Terrell Owens. But then you got the other side. Well, you stand for something. You'll work here, but at the end of the day, I'm not finna compromise myself just to bend at your will. You know what I'm saying? Just to get accepted by you. But when you don't move like that, they gonna eventually show you the door. They probably tolerate you for a little bit, but eventually, boy, you gonna get booted out. You see Cam got booted out. Bart Scott got booted out. Ryan got booted out. This past year, bro, was the very first time I ever seen an all-black cast on First Take. From the moderator to both of the debaters, everybody was black. I've never seen that on ESPN before. And it seemed like they felt like they made a mistake in doing that because they probably ain't gonna ever do that again. You feel me? Which is crazy. But, yeah, man. Nah, bro. We ain't crying around here. It's chin up, chest out every time. So, Ryan, bro, hold your head up, player. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about Ryan's response to him getting fired, bro. Do you feel like he was justified in how he felt? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. It's your boy, man. Welcome to Family Hustle. I'm out.